So the next Nintendo Direct is right around the corner, and with it, we will finally get our answers to whether or not we can expect a new Fire Emblem game coming out anytime soon. I will be watching this Direct tomorrow live on my channel together with Aether and JBR. There's already a live stream scheduled, so definitely click on that so you'll be notified whenever we go live. We will try to go live about 30 minutes before the Direct starts. We will give our predictions, thoughts, and talk a little bit about what we're hoping for. And then we will all be watching the Direct together with you guys. So be there, it's gonna be a lot of fun. However, in this video, I thought I'd give you guys my top 5 predictions for tomorrow's E3. These are the 5 things I think are quite likely to be announced tomorrow at E3. So let's get started. Number 5. No Fire Emblem game at all. We'll just have to get this one out of the way. This could happen. There could be absolutely no Fire Emblem news tomorrow, nothing but disappointment. Now, I personally think this is the least likely of the outcomes. I think we are long overdue for a new Fire Emblem game now, and if they have something to announce, it would make perfect sense for them to announce it at E3. But again, we have to get this out of the way. It might be that we go the entire Direct and they won't even bring up Fire Emblem. It's gonna be very disappointing, but hey, that's part of life. Nothing wrong with being a little disappointed. Means we're probably just gonna get the news a little later in the year. Number 4. A Binding Blade remake. Now, I'm putting this pretty low on the list because I don't think this is very likely. The only evidence we have that there might be a Binding Blade remake is a throw-off line from an interview with the directors of Shadows of Valentia, where he said that if he got to choose, he would want to remake Fire Emblem 6 Next. This is just one of his personal desires. He doesn't necessarily have the sway to impact a decision like that. Now, while I would personally love for Fire Emblem 6 to receive a remake, I don't think this is very likely. I don't think they're going to remake a GBA title. It would be epic if they did, but it's still lowest on my list of predictions because I don't see them doing this. However, I also didn't see them remaking Gaiden, so you never know what Nintendo might be up to. Number 3. A Path of Radiance remake. Now, I can hear what you're all saying here. Mangs, you've predicted a Path of Radiance remake for over a year now, and yet you put it at number 3 on the list? Why? Well, I still think that if they're ever gonna do a remake, a Path of Radiance remake would make a lot of sense. Ike is extremely popular, the Talius games have gained a lot of popularity over the years. Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn are 2 games that are notoriously hard to get your hands on. I made an entire video on this, link in the video description if you want to see all my reasonings for why I think Path of Radiance could be remade. But there are 2 other games that I just think are more likely to be announced at E3, and so I'm putting this on number 3 because over the past few weeks, I've just seen a lot of indication that there might be 2 other games that could be announced before it. Number 2. A Genealogy of the Holy War remake. The 25th anniversary for Fire Emblem 4 is coming up, and I think it would make perfect sense for them to announce a Fire Emblem 4 remake at this time. Nintendo have historically always been really fond of their anniversaries. They take these things very seriously, and Fire Emblem 4 is a game that I think would really benefit from a remake. It has probably the best story in the entire franchise. It has some of the most beloved characters in the entire franchise, but the game itself is held back by rather old, clunky, and outdated game mechanics. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of rumors and speculation circulating an FE4 remake, and I just think it's a little more likely that they're gonna announce that over a Path of Radiance remake, and that's why I'm putting it at number 2 on the list. However, coming in at number 1 is a Treehouses sequel. Now, I think we're all so incredibly caught up in the fact that they're going to announce a remake that we all just overlook the obvious. Just because they released a remake of Gaiden doesn't mean that this is something they're going to do consistently. They've released very few remakes over the years. Now, don't forget, guys, Treehouses was a smash hit. It sold incredibly well. It's probably one of the most popular Fire Emblem games to date. For them to not capitalize on that and release a sequel would actually be pure insanity, especially while the Switch is still a very hot console. I think it would make a lot more sense for them to release a Treehouses sequel or another mainline Fire Emblem game, and then maybe save the remake for later when the Switch is starting to get a little older. I'm not saying that a remake isn't probable, but I think we're all overlooking the obvious here. I think it would make much more sense for them to capitalize on the insane popularity of Treehouses while it's still hot. So that's a very short video on my predictions for tomorrow's Direct. Of course, I know a lot of you guys are expecting us to be disappointed, but hey, as I said during my stream, it's better to be hyped and then be disappointed than to never hype at all. Hope to see you guys in tomorrow's live stream together with JBR and Aether. We're gonna have a lot of fun. There's already a live stream scheduled, so click on it so you'll be notified whenever we go live. As I said, we're gonna be going live about 30 minutes before the Direct starts, so be there, guys. It's gonna be epic. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.